Okay, now let's get on to the comparison of this palette to the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. You guys know I love this palette so much. I did a giveaway of it last year before it was permanent. I'm a little bothered that it was so hyped because it was limited edition and then they brought it back. Here is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and here is the Kylie Royal Peach palette right next to each other. There we go, we got this. So there are some similar tones in here, and there are definitely some shades that are very, very similar. However, there is not a similarity that should have caused the uprising between her copying Too Faced. They are not the same shades at all, and you will see in the comparison swatches. I'm gonna try to make this as organized as possible. We'll see how this goes. The very first similarity I see between the colors in this palette is the color Seashell. I popped everything out so that I can put them close, compared to the color Bellini. They're kind of similar in the aspect that they're both shimmery pinky shades, and the next similarity I saw was between Luscious and Seashell. However, the main difference between the two is Luscious is more silver toned, whereas Seashell is more a pinky tone, and Bellini is much pinkier and has more of a gold reflect, whereas Seashell is more of a muted pink, kind of a silvery muted pink. Similar shades, however, not the same. Next similarity is Peaches and Cream versus Sorbet. So there's Peaches and Cream next to Sorbet. Peaches and Cream is in the corner there. So you can see the difference is Peaches and Cream is much more of a white based, little bit of a peachy. However, it's way more white based, way lighter, and Sorbet is way more peachy, orangier. If you're much darker skin toned, obviously Peaches and Cream is not going to work as a transition shade for you, whereas Sorbet might. Okay, next, these are the biggest similarities between the two. It is the color Candied Peach compared to Peachy and Crush. There is Candied Peach, Peachy, and Crush all lined up there. There we go. The biggest similarity is between Peachy and Candied Peach. They're both the orangier peachy pink shades. Peachy is matte, whereas Candied Peach has some glitters through it. So that's where the shade Crush kind of comes in as a similarity, because Crush has a little bit of a glittery shimmer in it, but it's much more pinky toned compared to Candied Peach. These are the closest shades between each other in the palette, and still not really that similar. Next similarity kind of is Summer Yum versus Cinnamon. There is Summer Yum compared to Cinnamon. As you can see, Summer Yum is a little bit darker and more red toned, whereas Cinnamon is a little bit lighter and more orange toned. So very, very similar. However, Cinnamon is definitely lighter. Now, kind of similar is Puree versus Sandy. This is a close, I'm pulling out some shades, obviously. I was just going through my arm and swatching them and maybe. I mean, different, obviously. The only reason why I said it was kind of similar is because Puree is the lightest brown in this palette, whereas Sandy is obviously the lightest brown in the Kylie palette. So that's why I wanted to compare them. Obviously, Sandy is more gray tone, more peachy, I don't know, whereas Puree is more orangish red toned and way darker. Next, this caused an outrage when she came out with this palette. How dare you, Kylie, use a green color when there's a green color in the peach palette? Here is Mojito compared to Bless Her Heart. Totally different greens. Bless Her Heart is much more olive toned, much darker. Mojito is obviously more vibrant and more of a goldish tint to it, like a very pretty greenish gold. I wanted to compare those because I was just like, this is what you guys are getting upset over? Next, we have Nectar versus Queen Bee. Now, these are also very, very different, but I wanted to compare them because it's the gold shade in the Sweet Peach compared to the gold shade in the Royal Peach palette. Nectar is above Queen Bee. Obviously, Nectar is way, way lighter, way more vibrant, and Queen Bee is much more bronze toned compared to Nectar. Next we have Peach Pit and Delectable compared to North Star. Completely different shades, however, it did kind of cause a fit that she had a purple in her palette compared to the purple in the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and you can see them all right there. So all around, technically Talk Derby to me is a purpley black. This one is Delectable, and then the one right above it is Peach Pit. Sorry. Obviously North Star is way, way lighter, but it's the purple in the palette compared to the purples in this palette. Last but not least, we have the color Cobbler compared to Duchess. Again, totally different shades, but wanted to show you. Cobbler is way more brown, not as chunky, glittery. I don't know, just wanted to show you. So as you can see, comparing all of the colors between the two of them, they're definitely not the same palettes. They are so different in every way. A lot of people were just like, how dare you bring out a peach palette when Too Faced did that? How dare you? So there you have the little like comparison swatches of the two palettes. So if you happen to have this palette and you're kind of like, do I need this palette? You don't need it. However, it's not going to hurt if you do get it because they are definitely different palettes. Kylie definitely did put her own spin on the whole peach palette idea, and that is obviously shown with the royal blue color. I think that is stunning, and I love the look of it just on the lower lash line, a pop of color with the peachy colors. I don't know. I never would have like thought to do that, so the fact that she did, I'm impressed. Price comparison, this is $42, this is $49. Look at this compared to this. There are so many more shades in this palette that makes up for the fact that it's like $6 more. And this one smells like peach, whereas this one, the shades do not have a smell at all. Also, this one comes with a brush, so I don't know. They're two totally different palettes. I feel kind of silly comparing them because they aren't really similar enough to compare, but I know that a lot of people were questioning. It's all up to preference, what you want to spend, which brand you want to support. So like I said, I am having a giveaway of the Kylie palette with my aunt. I will have the way to enter, the video about entering, and other information you need to know linked down below in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed and that it was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next one, which is going to be a Valentine's Day look. And in the meantime, make sure to spread some positivity. Bye!